Welcome back, fake sports fans. Well, at least have a 2-0 series lead as they go for the sweep in Game 3 of this 3-game series against the Chicago White Sox. Jays will be sending Max Scherzer to the mound to go up against Jonathan Cannon. So let's have a look at the lineups and then get into the game. And as always, we play with quick counts on for a fast-paced game.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago White Sox. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, anytime there's a chance for the Brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
We'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And on the mound in this one, Jonathan Cannon.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy is a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
And now for the Jays, Lawrence Butler. Swung on, belted.
And a foul ball. His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
Fly ball down the line. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And there's one away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
The first baseman.
One out, bases empty.
Jr.
And that one ripped into right. Dives for it. Got it. Makes the play.
Having first, the right fielder, Anthony Santander.
2 down, bases empty. Anthony Santander at the plate. 2 outs, bases empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Over to first. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Back at right field. And the starter for Toronto, Max Scherzer. And as usual with him, Singy, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boogie's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
Here's Josh Rojas. Next offering is in for a strike. That one missing inside. This one in the air. Win. Makes the catch for the out. So now the DH spot. Dominic Fletcher.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that is cut on and missed. And the count is even, 2-2. Almost got him. That's a walk. Went with another changeup but missed the spot.
Did miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Here's Mike Tauchman. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And there's 2 away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
outside with a breaking ball.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
2 outs. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Righty delivers. Ripped into left center for a base hit. Fletcher rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. In there, he's safe. It's 2-zip. So runner at second, 2 down. Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Tough start for him so far, already at 30 pitches here in the first. Breaking ball misses down and away. And he chases that one. Good job at damage control right there. Here on the south side, all set for the start of the inning. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, J.D. Martinez. Ripped on a line. And makes the grab. And there's 1 down. And next for Toronto, Gabriel Moreno.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Robert hustling after it. Nice grab on the run. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Davis Schneider digs in now.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Just missed. Draws the walk there. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
The 3rd baseman,
Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays.
Wagner.
Line drive. And it stays fair. Lead runner around second. Coming home. Safe. And it's a 1-run game.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Man at second. That's a strikeout. Good looking sweeper there. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Kyle Teal. So here's Scherzer. Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Stays alive. Another 1-2. That one just misses.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Just off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Colson Montgomery. Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 3. And they're all loaded up.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So the batting order turns over. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Josh Rojas. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's 3-1. Here's the White Sox DH, Dominic Fletcher.
Number 7.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in the third and final game of the series. Fought off foul.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 18.
And now the right fielder, Mike Tauchman. Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third, and yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Kenny Jansen. 2 on, 2 outs. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Top half of the third inning. Now at the plate, Andres Jimenez. 1-2 now. And that's in the dirt.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
2-2 count.
Hammer, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Fielding for the wall, makes the catch and foul ground. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Jimenez, the runner at first with one gone to the inning. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. To second, but way too late. Safe there. On the ground to third, Rojas. And Guerrero is set down. Anthony Santander now at the plate.
The right fielder, Anthony Santander.
That's a ball.
Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And the sweeper is off the plate. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much. Oh, that ball got him pretty good out there on the mound. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play.
Funk up the plays, just wanna see that stank on your face. Funk up the plays, we're just trying to dance, yo, turn up the bass. We about to go, what's about to happen, girl? You
And we're
already
back.
know.
Bottom of the inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Luis Robert Jr.
Robert.
Swing and a ground ball. Guerrero. He takes it on his own. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Number 23.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate.
Benintendi.
One down, base is empty.
2-1.
That's off the inside corner. 3-1 now. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. And they add a run. It's 4-1. Andrew Vaughn now. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Scherzer deals. Line drive, calls it in, 2 away. 2 down,
Now
base is empty.
catcher,
And the batter now, Kyle Teal. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the third. That's down and in. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Moreno makes the play, and that ends the inning. Back here on the south side at the plate, J.D. Martinez. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-2. Grounds 1 to short. Montgomery to first, and Martinez is out. Stepping in, Gabriel Moreno.
Gabriel Moreno.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
On the ground to the left, Rojas. Tosses across to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty.
Now
next to hit, Davis Schneider.
Davis Schneider.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Righty reliever out of the pen, Angel Bastardo.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
And here is Sosa to the
for
plate.
the White Sox, the second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
You know, these White Sox doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
And now, Colson Montgomery. Out to center, Butler moving under this one, and there's 2 down. So the lineup flips over. Now the third baseman, Josh Rojas. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Back at right field, we go to the top of the 5th, and now for the Jays, Will Wagner.
The third baseman, number 7, Will Wagner.
Now one missed.
Well, these Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Automatic double now as it hops the wall and foul ground. Mason Wynn next up for the Blue Jays. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Andres Jimenez. Here's a 1-2. And downstairs. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Lawrence Butler will hit next.
Lawrence Butler.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the DH, Dominic Fletcher. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Diving try, but it falls in, base hit.
When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
In the dirt. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is foul. Runner at first with no outs here. And a slider misses down and away. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it's through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A couple of singles back-to-back. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So here's Robert now. That's out to center field. Butler under it, and it's caught for the out. Benintendi to the plate.
Number 23, Andrew.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Last half of inning number 5. Foul ball there. In the dirt. ball right side. Oh, great stop. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the White Sox, the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
And next to hit for the Sox, Andrew Vaughn. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Get up, let the groove soothe you, yeah. Then let the beat smooth you. Get up, let the groove soothe you, yeah. Then let the beat.
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, number 64.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
And he takes it himself for the out. So up next for Toronto, Anthony Santander.
Santander.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 down, base is empty. J.D. Martinez getting ready to hit. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6. And here's the catcher, Kyle Teal. And that one wrapped foul. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And that's outside. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
You get a walk.
Now
and you get a walk.
baseman,
Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Man at first. Now it's going to be Lenny Sosa. That missed by a lot. And a count 2-1.
You know, these White Sox putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen. And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at-bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
There's a strike. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Jimenez to second. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play.
Now pitching.
White Sox going with a new arm, James Karinchak.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Now the catcher up to hit, Gabriel Moreno.
And still looking for that hit to keep this streak going. And this might be his last shot at it, Boog.
Check swing, went around. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
2 strikes.
That one the other way. Puts it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know he didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Fastball is outside. The Blue Jays trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Hey! Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The next pitch misses. Full count, 3-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Home run number 5 on the season. It's 4-2. One down. Here's the third baseman, Will Wagner. And that's too high.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1. And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. 3-2 now.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. Cam Boozer gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Josh Rojas.
Third baseman, Rojas.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Gets him to chase after that one.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Outside low. Full count now. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
So a man at first. Next to hit, Dominic Fletcher. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
This one in the air. Squeezes it, and there's one down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Out there to center. Butler makes the catch, and there are 2 outs. Luis Robert now.
Center fielder, Luis.
Robert needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it.
These days people say a lot of things that they won't do, things that they want to, man, what you gonna do?
Here on the south side, ready to begin the 8th, and here is Andres Jimenez. Ball to strike. The pitch. That one is upstairs.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
And so the lefty allows the leadoff free pass. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. And next for Toronto, Lawrence Butler. A little out front there as he swings through it.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The tying run at the plate. Fights that one away, still 1-2. On the ground right side, over to second for 1. How about that double play?
Man, that is such a tough.
New pitcher for the White Sox, Martin Perez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. On the ground, right side, Sosa. The throw to first, and that is that.
Now pitching for
Out of the
Toronto.
bullpen for the Jays, Mark
Number
Leiter
56.
Jr.
And he's got a
Mark
big-time breaking ball to
Leiter
contend with.
Jr.
Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Benintendi to
Leading
start
up
it.
for the White Sox, the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Here's a 1-1. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty. Andrew Vaughn digs in now. Right side, hard hit. Fires over to Guerrero. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is
Now
empty.
batting, the
Now a
catcher,
chance for Kyle Teal. 2 down,
Teal.
nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hard ground ball, base knock.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with
Now
the lack of
batting,
results
the
he's been
second
having
baseman,
lately, I'm
Freddie.
sure he's feeling some relief. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And now here is Lenny Sosa. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Back-to-back singles. I
Now
know it was a
batting,
ground ball,
the
but it was
shortstop,
absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And the batter now, Colson Montgomery. Handles, throws to first, and that will end the inning. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Penn Murphy.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so
Number
command and
63.
execution are huge for him.
Penn Murphy.
Anthony Santander now at the plate.
On both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate. A great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Tying run at the plate. Late on that fastball.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
And that one is lifted in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Safe at first as they can't make the play. So
Now
digging
back,
in, Davis
left fielder,
Schneider.
Davis Schneider.
So they're all loaded up. Strike two.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you got to.
Line drive, caught. Now here is Will
The
Wagner.
third baseman, number 7.
The last thing he
Will
wants is to hit the ball on the
Wagner.
ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Just missed.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Check swing, called strike. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Now only one out remaining. So two down now, and here is Mason Wynn. Murphy is just one strike away.
2 balls.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit, because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Well, the Jays tried to make it exciting at the end, but they failed to get the 2 runs in. Let's have a look at the box score. So the Jays got 2 runs on 5 hits and 3 walks, and with 8 strikeouts. So we had Santander went 0 for 3 but got a walk. JD Martinez went 1 for 4. Davis Schneider 1 for 3 with a walk and a home run. And Wagner went 2 for 4. And Jimenez went 1 for 2 with a walk. And for the pitching, Scherzer had probably his worst game of the season, only going 3 innings, giving up 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And then Bastardo and Mark Leiter Jr. came in and shut the door, only giving up 2 hits each. And with the loss, the Jays record falls to 51-43, now only have a 1-game lead for the American League East. So remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next game as the Jays start a 3-game series against the Athletics.